Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Hello, everyone. How are you? Hello, hello. Hey there, is Tara Via. Hi, Courtney and Sinclair. Is that Sinclair? Loyalty Goddess. How are you? Thank you. Okay, who's this? This is Carolinable. Ellie. Hey, Ellie. Kendra. I'm doing great. How are you? Hey, Peach. How is Kritia, Viper, how are you doing? Hi, Brandy, how are you? Hi, Mark, how are you doing, sir? Raquel, Gina, hey there. Hey, Letitia, how are you? Hi, Denise, how are you guys doing? You're new, Brandy, welcome. Welcome, new person. Hi, Stephanie. Hey, Tara, how are you doing? Hi, Mimi, how are you doing? Is Lizzie? Hi, Lizzie from Chicago. Hey, Rahel, how are you doing? Tara Via. Pretty. Well, hello, Miss Sylvia from London. Oh, nice. I'm telling you, I'm coming to London. Oh, thank you so much, Macy. I appreciate it. Hi, Chick Mexica. How are you? Hold on. Let me say hello to everybody first before I start with the questions, okay? Hey, Tracy. I'm doing great, Miss Courtney. How are you? Rahel, my girl. Hey, Denise. You caught me live. Hey, I know I came on early today. I got home early. Clarksville, Tennessee. You met someone, Miss Rahel? Are you sure he's not a narc? Oh, thank you, Miss Brandy. I appreciate you. Hi, Amy. Oh, thank you. It's a lot of work doing natural curls, y'all. It's a lot of work. Hi from New Zealand. It's Kia Ora from New Zealand. How pretty. Hi, DK. Kentucky. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. You finally caught me live. I'm doing great, Jules. How are you? California. Hi, Coney. Hi, D. How are you? Hi, Martha. How are you doing? Oh, thank you. Hi, Little Red Riding Hood, Greece. Oh, wow. Mexico. Not Mexico, Texas, Tejas. Hi, Renee. Well, thank you. Ohio. Okay. Maryland. Hey, Exquisite Gem. My stepmother is running for office in Maryland for Congress. Her name is Sheila Bryant. You know who that is? Miss Sheila Bryant. That's my mom, my stepmom. He is not a narc. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations, Miss Rahel. Healthy relationships. You know what to look for. Hey, Stevie Bananas. You say yo mi amigos. Hey there. Hi, Maria. How are you? Hey, Lisa. Lisa. I was waiting to the end of the part to say Cult Jam. Hey, sweeter. How are you? Nashia. Let's see. Los Angeles. Hey. Philadelphia, New York. That's what I'm talking about. I'm coming to New York too. I just want to go and be in the snow. One day I'm going to make it there for New Year's. Mama Tara, how are you? I'm going to get to the questions. Oh, my spiritual mom is doing excellent. You had trouble finding her? She just came from out of country. She's been traveling out of country. Hey, Kim, how are you? You want me to say hello to your son, Henry? Hi, Henry. How are you, sir? Great state of Texas. That's what I'm talking about. How many people are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area? Hey, JW, how are you? You might have to go to another med provider and let them look over your medications. Tulsa, Miss Judy. Sheila Bryant, PG County. Yeah. Yep, that's my stepmom. Go check her out. See, she's running for Congress. She is running for Congress. Awesome lady. Chinatown. Hey there. Miss Stephanie and let's see, Michelle. Hey there, Norristown, Pennsylvania. That's what I'm talking about. Gina. Gina says she met someone that's not a narc too. That's good. LA. Hey, John Doe. How are you? Paula B. Smith. Bronx, New York. Okay. New Jersey. New Zealand. Adriana. Oh, Dallas-Fort Worth area. Hey. I'm going to swing through there eventually. I'm coming. Happy 1st on December to you too, Jess. And that's Mimolina, Tuscan, Arizona. All right. Oh yeah, the Dirty John. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Now that's an extreme. Hi there, Simredi. Is it Simredi Selassie? Hey there, how are you? Hey, life's a journey. Belton, Texas. Oh, shut up. I used to be stationed in Fort Hood, Texas. We used to go to Belton, to the lake in Belton, Mississippi. American woman, what part of Mississippi are you in? Atlanta. My son's in Atlanta. Texas. Dallas, Fort Worth. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. Cold in New York. I know. I kind of like winter. I didn't like winter when I was in the military because I couldn't put enough clothes on, but I like winter now. I like winter. Not far from Dallas. Would love to see you when you come down. I know that. Oh, so I'm gonna let you know. Oh, born and raised in Dallas, Fort Worth. Hey there, Esther. How are you? Hey there, Mr. John. How are you doing? Hey, Kim. Coming to Virginia. I got family in Virginia too. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Lizzie. I appreciate you. Let's see who has. Hey, G. Let's see. Let's look. Hold on, I got to pronounce that. Hawaii. Hawaii. There we go. So that's around the Honolulu area, right? The Honolulu area, right? Larisha? That's like the Honolulu area right there, right? Miami, hey. Tupelo, there we go. Tupelo, Mississippi. I was in Biloxi and Gulfport. I used to work at the President Casino. Missouri, hey. Florida, okay. K. Graham, you said, I'm here. VA in the house. Let's look. Let me see. Got anybody new on here? Mama Wolf, hey. Your baby's in boot camp in the Marines? Okay, shout out South Carolina. Schofield Bear. Oh, okay. Are you in the military, Larisha? Are you in the military? Aloha, Anna. Nova Scotia. You guys know I'll mess up a word. I'm sorry. Orlando. Hey. Well, hey, they blue ASMR eating. I got to go look at your channel. I don't know what it is about people eating on camera. It's just so cool. I don't know what it is about it. You got any videos up there? Ohio. Virginia's for lovers. It was hot when I was there. It was hot. Memphis. Hey there, Shalandria. Ohio. Retired 22 years. Oh, go ahead. Oh, you retired in Hawaii? Oh, I know you're loving it, right? Beautiful. I came there twice. I'm doing great. Have gun willing to travel. Like my favorite handle. Oh, thank you so much, Samantha. I appreciate it. Well, thank you so much, Miss Gina. The noise is relaxing. Oh, you took it down? Oh, okay. You took them down? Shoot, put them back up. I'll listen to them. Yeah, there's something very satisfying to ASMR and mukbang. I know, right? I don't know what it is. I remember I was telling somebody, this is ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. And 30 minutes later, I was still watching. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Okay. So give me just a minute, Millie. Give me just a minute, Millie, okay? Hey, Jamie, North Carolina. Hey there. Oh, you're from Portland? You're willing to travel to Dallas? Oh, thank you. I sure appreciate you. Oh, thank you. Is it Chauncey? I know, I like ASMR. You sold your engagement ring and bought a pot-belly pig. Go ahead, girl. Hi, Eliza. You can't do ASMR? Why not? Why you can't do it? Well, Shalonda, if you are in Portland, can you travel to like Bellevue for the conference that's coming up with Pastor Gateway and his beautiful first lady, where Real Talk Kim is going to be there. I have to look at the flyer again. Can you come out there to Bellevue? Come out there to Bellevue, and you and I can meet. You can come up there. You can meet me. ASMR. Can someone put up what ASMR is? I know what it is, but can someone put what ASMR is? Yeah, she'll be in Bellevue. Real Talk Kim will be in Bellevue in February. I think the 12, 13, 14, 13, 14. I put the flyer on my YouTube channel. I put the flyer on my YouTube channel, and the flyer is also on my Facebook page. Well, Miss Shalonda, if you come, make sure you come look. Go look on, I don't know if you are on my, Miss Shalonda, I don't know if you are on my YouTube channel, but if you go to the, hey Mary, if you go to my YouTube channel and go to community tab, there's a flyer there. And on the flyer, it says when the event is happening. And I think if you go to my Facebook page, you'll find it. Hey, Just Be Real, I was waiting for you to come on so we can start the clock. But I was on there, should have a link where you can purchase your tickets so you can come out there. So hopefully you come out there and I can meet you. Thank you so much, Miss Mary. Hey, Evangelist Marilyn, how are you doing? Oh, thank you so much, Mary. I appreciate you. All right, Just Be Real, you ready to work? You ready? Oh, you already started to clip. Okay, so 45 minutes. Okay, give me 45 minutes. You guys know, hey, you make sure, I don't know where everyone is at within the United States or within the nation. Just be aware to keep yourself, warm. Make sure you keep yourself, healthy, because, this is flu season. And so you guys keep yourself healthy. My head was hurting for like 2 days, but I knocked that out. I refused. I would not get sick. So I almost didn't come on camera because I was a little sleepy. But you guys keep yourself, wherever you guys are at. If you're in the cold, especially around here, flu season is out. So you guys make sure you take care of yourselves, okay? I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Ms. Mary. Okay, Ms. Yolanda, you can also email me if you need the information or inbox me on my Facebook page and I'll send you the flyer. And I will be excited in meeting you. And you know what, Ms. Yolanda, if you come and you look for me, I will bring you a book. I'm going to bring you one of my books, okay? And so, Ms. Yolanda, you inbox me, let me know you registered, and when I get there, I'm going to have a book for you, okay? Yeah, allergies, cold. Yeah, so you guys, don't knock myself out. Oh, trust me. Youngstown, Ohio. Okay, Miss Mary. All right, Miss Mary. Miss Mary, I need you to email me. I need to ask you a question in reference to Youngstown, Ohio. My email address is drcarmenbryanT. Hey there, Bishop. How are you doing, sir? Long time no see. Thank you. But Miss Mary Drummond, my email address is drcarmenbryant@outlook.com. Email me. I would like to, I need to ask you a question about Youngstown, Ohio. So email me, and I would love to, if somebody can just post my email address is Dr. Carmen Bryant, drcarmenbryant @outlook.com. And I wanted to ask you a question, Ms. Mary, if you would allow me to. Where's Bellevue? I just recently found Real Talk Kim. She is awesome. Bellevue is probably, so we are from Seattle. I don't know how far from Seattle, but I think maybe like an hour away from the Tacoma, Lakewood, Fort Lewis area, maybe like an hour or so. Maybe like an hour or so away. And I'm not too oriented to the area. Usually I just know where everything is at. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, Bishop. I appreciate you. Hey, Ricky. How are you doing, Miss Ricky Lynn? All right, well, come on, ask me some questions. And then Just Be Real is keeping my time. So you guys ask me some questions. I'm ready. Shoot. You guys, come on, ask me some questions. Let's see. So Ms. Lizzie said, after my NARC ex-parole was completed from charges of abusing me, the restraining order has been lifted, and he texted me last week. I'm afraid, but I moved, and he doesn't know where I am. Please advise. Go back and try to get you another no contact order. Restraining order. Go back and tell them that you are afraid for your life and that you need assistance, and ask them if they will renew it. Sometimes they'll renew it. Hey, Hotlanta, 40 minutes? Okay. Daughters of Narcissists. Okay, wait a minute. You got to ask me the question again. NARC has not reached out, and I am glad. Does that mean they're done? Please say yes. I don't know, because I don't know what type of relationship you guys had. If you are a long-term supply, unless they found one, well, thank you, Miss Lindsay. Unless they found one that that provides them with more supply than, fuel than you did, is a possibility they may stop. If not, they just put you on a shelf and they may come back around. So just be aware, especially during the holiday seasons. You guys be careful during the holiday seasons too, okay? What to do when the two narc family members smear? They act like it's all my fault. Well, you don't have to respond. Everything is not meant for you to respond to. Sometimes you just, how can you argue with someone that doesn't argue back? So sometimes when people are launching, especially family, are launching a smear campaign, that doesn't mean you have to interact. That doesn't mean you have to respond. Your best bet is just don't respond. It might be hurtful, but it's best not to respond. Life's a Journey said, what happens when a narcissist meets a psychopath or a sociopath? That's a good question. I need to go look that up. Good question. I need to look that up. I'm not one to try to make up an answer either. That's a good question. None of them have empathy. They don't have empathy or anything like that. So that's a good question. I'll look that up. A video, please. Okay, hold on. Let me get my pen. Let me get my pen so I can write it down, okay? Give me a second. Let me write it down. So what happens when a narcissist meets a psychopath or sociopath? A lot of them are sociopaths and psychopaths themselves. It's called antisocial personality disorder now. It's called antisocial personality disorder. And so that's a psychopath, sociopath. A lot of the narcissists are psychopaths and sociopaths too. You saw the movie Gaslight? Yeah, go watch the movie Gaslight. Yeah, great question. So I wrote it down. Can I talk about daughters of narcissists? What do you want to know about daughters of narcissists? Because daughters of narcissists can either also get narcissistic personality disorder while they're young because they're being abused, psychologically or even physically, or overparented by a narcissist, or they can turn into a empath, or they can be pretty normal but traumatized. Well, thank you, Nicole. Can they torment me like her father? Okay, so you got to give me the whole question because I wasn't sure how to answer that. Yeah, absolutely. You're a daughter of a narcissist, so you're probably pretty traumatized because now you're realizing that families, Courtney, you probably realize, family has issues. And so because of the fact that family has issue, it makes you start questioning like, wow, did you ever love me? Is it possible that you ever cared for me? Felt like it. Sometimes it did, and sometimes I didn't. So there's a lot of questions probably going through your mind. You probably have a hard time when it comes to relationships because you don't know how to gauge relationships because of what kind of family you've come out of. So if you've come out of a family that has narcissists in it, so if you come from a family that had narcissists, you were raised by a narcissist or narcissist, a lot of times you have you don't have a good foundation as to how to gauge relationships. You're probably accustomed to being in a toxic environment, and so you are drawn to toxic environments though you don't like it. And so a lot of times you're drawn to toxic environment. Even peace and quiet is hard for you. It's almost tormenting to you because something always happened when you had, peace and quiet. And so you come out, you really don't know how to have a relationship. You don't know what it looks like to have a normal relationship. You can't gauge your family relationships. And so it concerns you. You're drawn or magnetized to people that are very similar to your family members when you came out of that, family. And so it makes you question, like, is anybody healthy? It makes it very hard, especially from people coming out of narcissistic families. Hi, Jam. How are you doing? Hey, Trisha, how are you? Is it okay to mourn the loss of a person that you thought you were in love with? Absolutely. Grief and mourning is not just when someone dies. A lot of people always put grief and mourning with people, grief and loss, grief and mourning is not just when people die. It's harder for a person when you have been discarded, or even in a regular, whatever we call regular relationships, when you lose a relationship, job, you change careers, children grow up. Hey, Linnell, But you have grief and loss. Absolutely, you have grief and loss. The hard part about having grief and loss and mourning concerning a narcissist is that the relationship was never real. And so a lot of times it's like you've wasted all these years with an individual that had a mental health disorder, had an emotional problem, weren't able to connect. And so when you have that realization, to go through grief and loss, with a person that is deceased, that person is no longer around when you can look at. The hardest part is going through grief and loss, and the person is still tangible. You can still see them, you know where they're at. That's the hardest part in recovering from narcissistic abuse, or even being, hey Brenda, or even, hey there Jim. But thank you for your, thank you so much. But it's hard. So it is Tricia, it is very, 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 very normal for people to go through grief and loss. And if you look at the 7 stages of grief, you can almost find yourself. A lot of people get stuck there because they don't know that they're going through grief and loss. And so, you have the hatred, you have the anger, you have the bargaining, you have the shock, everybody doesn't go through all the stages. Everybody doesn't go through it, in sequence. Sometimes you keep going back, and sometimes you get stuck in a certain area. But it's harder when you're coming out of a relationship with a narcissist, because it was a very abnormal relationship, and they had an abnormal personality disorder, a pathological condition. And so coming out of a relationship with them is very, very traumatizing, and they're very self-absorbed people, so it's very, very traumatizing. And a lot of times there is no closure, and so you're not going to get closure. When they apologize for something, they'll turn right back around and contradict their apologies. And so don't look for a closure with a narcissist. You're going to have to get your own closure. You're going to have to get your own forgiveness, and close that door. So Brenda said, life's better without you. Gosh, I know it all too well. Tara Via said, I don't think I ever heard my parents say I love you. And they probably didn't. And they may have not. JW, I'm still not healed or have closure after 2 years. It takes a while, JW. I promise you, it takes a while. It does. It takes a while. Lindsay said, Dr. Bryant, I would love some more general advice about strategizing when it comes to family court systems against a narcissist. I try to be very careful when it comes to a court situation. Number one, because I am not a lawyer, and I cannot provide legal advice. And so I try to be very, very careful at information that I provide. A lot of times it's good to talk to DV advocates that go to court with victims and survivors of of abuse, period. And they can give you more information, and it's better to get information from people that are more well-versed in law, like lawyers. There are some YouTube channels, and I'll find them for you. There are some YouTube channels and podcast channels that are by lawyers from different states that talk about parental alienation, abusive litigation, how to conduct yourself in court. And but I do listen to some of those channels as well. And so I try to be very, very careful when it comes to law, because of the fact that I am a therapist, and I'm not a lawyer, so I can't give legal advice, and it's not good for me to go too far in detail with an area that I don't specialize in. I can give you very basic information, but empath and Jesus follower, that's what I'm talking about. But I try to be very careful with that. Let's see. Alicia says 6 years and I'm still recovering. It makes it harder because we have a kid together, and they'll use the child just to antagonize you. They use the child just to mess with you, for no reason. The child becomes that, it is like a pawn in the game of chess with this. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate you. But, the child becomes like this pawn in the game of just harassing you. If you're not bothered by them, and you're not moved, and you want no contact, and they don't bother you anymore, what they'll do is they'll use your children. They'll use your children to agitate you. They'll use your children to harass you, and that's the sad part. The kids that are being used by the narcissist. And then, of course, there's always a way that they can present it as, I care about my kids, and you know them. People on the outside of the relationship don't know, but you know them and you know exactly what they're doing. That's the thing that makes it so hard, because of the fact that you know what they're doing. But people on the outside don't know. Courts don't know what they're doing. You know, a lot of lawyers, you know, GALs, they don't know what they're doing, but you know the game that they're playing with these kids, and they're really traumatizing these kids. You know, they're traumatizing these kids. And so, and all because of the fact that they're after you. 30 minutes? Okay. All because of the fact that they're trying to get you back. That's the sad part. That's the sad part. Miss Cassandra said, it's been almost 8 months since I've been out of the relationship with the narc, and I can't seem to trust or even date anyone. And I want to and feel like I'm totally over my ex, but I just can't get into anyone mentally, sexually, romantically. I feel like I'm traumatized. You are traumatized. It's not time for you to get into a relationship, because you are traumatized. It's going to take time for that to fade. You're not ready to date right now. You're still in your recovery phase. It's not good to jump right back into a relationship, even if you think that you're over them, because then what'll happen is you're triggered by, you'll be triggered by people. When you're dating, you'll be triggered by people, and you don't know how deeply you are wounded until you're triggered by someone and it shocks you. Tricia said, will a narcissist use their child as a tool to hurt those that are close to the child? Absolutely. My ex-wife tells our son that I don't love him, and I never did. He's almost 3 years old. Oh, he knows I love him, but she is the biological mother, and he has taken him from me to hurt me. Oh, absolutely. That's why I was just saying, they take the, hi, Miss Vanessa, they do use these children to hurt you. And that's sad. They do use these kids against, you know, those that, when you, you know, mother, father, whoever, but they use these kids, you know, to hurt you. And then if the child is showing affection towards you, you know, when the child is showing affection towards you, that's less attention that the parent is getting. And so, of course, now the parent is having to compete. So they're smearing your name. And it's sad because they're so inappropriate. They're having these age inappropriate conversations with the children as if these are adults. And that's sad, Tricia. And I'm so sorry. Hope, is it Trisha or Tricia? I'm making a sexy name. Trisha. Hopefully it's Trisha. Willeen said, yes, even when the children are well grown, 40 something. Oh, absolutely. You are so welcome, Miss Cassandra. And said, Nashia said, Dr. Carmen, when the narc use the kids to hurt you, does the child turn on you? Sometimes they do. Remember, I did a video on parental alienation. Go check out. There are other videos out there on parental alienation. Inciting, name is D. Okay. But there are other Trisha. Okay, I'm sorry. I was trying to make it all sexy, Tricia and everything. I'm sorry. Trying to make it sound bohemian or something. But yes, sometimes they do that parental alienation. Go watch the video on parental alienation and look it up on YouTube. There are people that like legal people that are there's some Canadian Dr. Amy somebody, but there's a whole group of people, and I think I've saved them on my watch list. But they will use the children to hurt you, and then they'll use parental alienation to turn the kids on you, to make it look like you're the abuser, and then turn the kids against you. Okay, and let me know what you think. Hey, Miss Luba, how are you doing? Bad snowstorm? Oh, in Toronto? Oh, but I bet you the snow is so pretty. Hey, Vicky, how are you doing? You said, my ex-narc used her own daughter to lie so she could cheat. Heartbreaking. Now she and the daughter don't like me because her mom has turned her against me. Horrible. That's what happens. Why is there no cure for malignant narcissists? Well, think about this. Is there a cure for autism? Is there a cure for cognitive delay, or is it cognitive and intellectual delay? Is there a cure for schizophrenia? You know, is there a cure for borderline? Now, borderline personality disorder, there is a treatment for it. And there's a way to cope with it and to live with borderline personality disorder. But just like any other, you know, a mental health disorder or even brain damage or anything. It is a part of the personality. The personality has formed. And so how do you retrain that personality? It's been damaged, and so it pathologically, or that personality has been damaged. And how do you undamage your personality? That's just like if you are a happy-go-lucky. I'm the type of person, I like to laugh. Now, if you get me into a private place, I'll probably be quiet. But I'm the type of person, I like to laugh. I'm loud. I talk loud. I laugh loud. If I get around people, I try to make people feel comfortable. That's just me. And when I'm tired, unfortunately, I will ghost you. I will walk away and disappear. And so I do like my peace and quiet. But that's a part of my personality. That's a permanent part of my personality that is not going to change. I think with age, I might get a little quiet. Hey, Rahel, thank you so much. I appreciate you. But that's a permanent part of and that's not an abnormal personality. That's just a part of my personality. How do you change that? Unless I'm traumatized, which I have been traumatized before, but some people have been so severely traumatized or have brain damage that it literally changes their personality. So when you have a person that's young and their personality is developing, the guardians, the caretakers are all a part of that formation of that personality. And if they've been traumatized, whether physically or sexually abused, or they've been parented by narcissists that did not teach them empathy, their personality develops pathologically, abnormally. And there's just no, there is no cure for that. There is no cure because they don't want to, it's too painful for them to look in and look at themselves. It's too painful for them to look in and look at themselves. You finally left your girlfriend of 2 years? Congratulations, sir. And hopefully you feel free. Hopefully you feel free. And welcome. So Alicia Joe said, my mother and sisters are narcissists too. My sister will keep the kids from us if we ever tell her no or call her out. It's so draining. You don't let them control you. Unfortunately, a lot of times they use the kids or family, but you don't let anybody control you. If the person has the ability to cause you to emotionally respond or cause any, the person that is able to make you emotionally respond has control. You have to learn to control those emotions. If they want to use those kids against you, you don't have to play that game. You don't have to play that game. That's where narcissists know they mess with your emotions. That's why during the holidays, you have to watch, that holiday Hoover, because they will target your emotions. They'll target your emotions so that you'll feel bad and, oh my gosh, I feel lonely and I miss you. But they will, you learned late, just be real. They target your emotions. They don't have emotions like you have emotions. Most of their emotions are anger, rage, jealousy, And so, but they know you have emotions, and your emotions, they'll target your emotions. It's a game to them. They know they want to control, so they will focus on your emotions. Coney said, Dr. Brian, I had a Hoover 5 days ago after she says she's so happy and so in love with the new supply. He said, why is she Hoovering me now after 1 year of no contact? Her fuel is low. So whoever this new person is can provide her with enough fuel like you did. Or number two, they've grown bored of the new supply and they're looking for new supply, and you are refilled. So they're looking to see if they can attach to you while they're looking for new supply. There's always an ulterior motive why a narcissist reaches out to you. So always remember that. Question by Stacy. I missed it. I missed the question. Nashia said, Dr. Carmen, I can't handle this narc life with my husband. I have to tell him to leave because I need to get my life back. I'm going to do it this time. Just be careful. Just make sure you have a good support system. Make sure you have legal advice depending on where you are located. Make sure you understand, whether there's community property. Thank you, New Dawn Rises. I appreciate you. You became a metaphorical punching bag. I believe that. But just make sure Make sure that you have good support system, you have legal advice, you have a plan, you understand the law when it comes to community property or children. Don't just get up and take their children, take the kids and you don't know the laws, make sure you have a place to go, whether you need a shelter, a safe place, you need a victim's advocate, legal advice. I'm telling you, legal advice, counselor. Make sure you have a good team in place, okay? Stacy asked, can you shield a child from a narc trait? You know what? The thing about it is if you know that child had a narcissistic parent, you have to work really hard on with that child. Don't overparent the child and don't guilt parent. Some of the problems that parents run into is that they guilt parent. You cannot guilt parent your child. Hold them accountable, hold them responsible, give them chores like we used to do back in the day. Make sure they have chores, make sure they work, make sure they understand that if you work for it, you get it. Make sure they have chores, make sure they're held accountable. Don't feel bad because you're taking something away or they've been put on not restriction, but whatever, however you parent, but you make sure you follow through and don't follow through with your emotions, okay? Don't follow through with your emotions. So Sylvia said, everybody think I'm crazy, ganging up on me. I feel like I always have to defend and explain myself. You don't have to explain yourself to nobody, Miss Sylvia. You don't have to, 20 minutes? Okay, you don't have to, you do not have to explain yourself to everybody. It's like a waste of time. You're wasting your time for what? Are they paying you? Are they helping you pay your bills? Are they tormenting you? Are they going to mess with your livelihood or anything like that? I can understand that. And then there are legal means that you can go through. Carlos said he suffered from PTSD, but she's moved on within 30 days. That sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. They're very self-absorbed individuals. They're all about themselves. Carlos said, I had a lot on my plate and just woke up one day and said I was leaving. I needed to run away, but I really hurt her. I was fine when I left for about 3 weeks, and now I'm really depressed and want her back. Well, if you go through my videos on YouTube, I talk about the addiction, because being with them, you're literally addicted to this individual, and you're probably going through withdrawal symptoms, Mr. Carlos. And so you do go, hey, Coco Latte, long time no see. But you're probably going through withdrawals. The same, the same chemicals in your brain that works for withdrawals and drugs, and addictions, the oxytocin, the serotonin, all that dopamine and all that good stuff. That is the same chemicals that are operating when you are addicted to a person, but I would advise get counseling, get some good counseling. Trisha said, I can't tell you how helpful you are to me. Oh, thank you. I lay in bed and watch your videos when I am in bed crying over someone that never loved me. I know, and I am so sorry. It's a sad thing. We come to that reality. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate you. You just need a hug. No human contact is killing me. That's okay, girl. Get you a cat or get you a dog and hug an animal. It's okay. It's all right. Hug you. Give you a hug. You wish. But yeah, I would recommend getting good counseling. And let's see. And Miss Trisha, I understand that. A lot of us woke up and realized, wow, this person, you buying a puppy? That's good. But a lot of us woke up and realized like, wow, this was not real. I've wasted all these years with this individual, wasted my time, my youth, my health, my money, my resources, all to have to start all over again. But the second time it'll be better. This start over would be better, and you're doing it yourself and you're more knowledgeable, you're wiser, you're hurt, but you'll make better decisions this time, Miss Trisha. You'll make better decisions. It's a very painful process though. It is a very painful process. Hey there, Peach. This is your first time. I know the questions do come really, really quick. Really, really quick. Let's see. Dawn said, this is harder than drug withdrawal. The one that could make it go away caused it. Yup. Absolutely. This is a very, very, very painful process. It is. . Butterfly said, left two narcs. I know the signs now. Absolutely. Woke up from the 40-year nightmare. New dawn rises. See? To cope with the pain, I drink and smoke, and of course it makes it worse. Sylvia, you can't drink and smoke. You got to preserve your pretty face and your body and your health. You know, that right, those are unhealthy coping skills. The different types of narcs, what videos that? I can't recall which videos. You have to scroll through the videos, but you can also go to my podcast on Podbean where I talked about the different narcissists too. Yeah, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Thank you, Jill. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Miss Korea. Okay. I love watching your videos. They help me get through my current situation. Oh, thank you. I am so glad. Thank you, Miss Judy. You have pause. I do. For those of you that know, I am on podcast. I am on Podbean. So that is the main one that I'm on Podbean. And then you can find me on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Play. And on those podcasts, because I have so many videos and from all sorts of different topics on these videos, on the podcast, I started kind of back on ground zero to build the foundation. And so to build a foundation, I did a video with a good friend of mine, Brian Corbett from 104.7, 104.9. But I did a radio interview with him where I talked about narcissists. And then I have a total of 8 podcasts, but each one, it talks about what narcissistic personality disorder is. Then it talks about the 3 phases of relationships, you know, the different types of, so if it's so on the podcast, I'm starting from ground zero, starting from the foundation, building the foundation to help you understand what narcissist abuse is. And you know, and it's a little different because I'm holding the phone. I have a microphone, so sometimes I'm breathing in the microphone. So I know some of you guys say that the music is a little distractive, and the reason why I won't take the music out is because I'm still trying to perfect the microphone, and so you can hear me breathing and swallowing and sniffing on there. And so I put the music in to distract you from me swallowing, and so. I apologize, but yes, I do have podcasts. Colleen said, I spent Thanksgiving at home alone. My daughter are both in toxic relationships, and I knew I couldn't handle it. Well, see, but you got peace and quiet at home, right? You got peace and quiet at home. It's okay to be by yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You have some AKG podcast equipment, table mic, and overhead hanging. If you need it, is your darn honey, send it to me. Send it to me. Inbox me or send me a thank you, Vicky. Love you back. Thank you so much. Hey, send me my email address is Dr. Carmen Bryant, drcarmenbryant@outlook.com. And if you email me, just let me know that's you, and then I'll send you my address. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I am so honored. Thank you. I'm telling you, Miss Eileen, my little Canadian sweetheart, sent me this beautiful computer. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? She sent me that computer. So I really appreciate you guys. You're so welcome, Mr. John. I really appreciate you guys. You guys don't know how much you guys bless me. First of all, just from being here. And then to do little things like that, you have no idea when, you know, and I tell you guys all the time, you know, when you've been through something like this, a lot of times you wonder, how is this going to help anybody else? When you are recovering from narcissist abuse, some of you like myself since childhood, you know, and when you recover from something like this and you have the realization like, wow, why did, you know, I didn't deserve this. I'm not a bad person, you know, thank you so much. I'm not a bad person. You know, why do I keep ending up in these relationships? Well, if you don't know your history, if you don't know your family dynamics and the things that have happened, But if you don't know your history or where you come from, a lot of us didn't know what narcissism was or narcissist abuse was. And so now, you look, and some of you have been so hurt and so torn apart. Your heart has been broken. It's like you never are in a healthy relationship. It's like you've never been in a healthy relationship. You don't know what a healthy relationship is. You don't know, you don't know what it's like to be with a person that's healthy. You know what I mean? We don't even know what normal is anymore. And so some of you guys have been so broken. And so when you do work like this, a lot of times, like myself, my mind is focused on what can I bring you guys? What can I say? Hey, Phoenix Moon, what can you say to help people? What can I say to encourage you? What can I say, to help you know that this is not going to last forever, that you can, sometimes is by how you present yourself, the things that you say. Believe it or not, just like many of you guys know, you guys are not ignorant people. You guys are not ignorant people. A lot of you, you can tell if a person is genuine. You can tell if a person has been healed. You can tell if a person has been through stuff like this. You can tell when a person, yeah, send me an email. You can send me an email. Sometimes, forgive me, it takes a little while for me to respond sometimes, because I have a lot of emails coming through, but I'll be looking for them. But when you've been through this and you start doing it for people, and people, when you give me feedback, you be surprised that the greatest thing after all this is watching you guys and watching your response. Is watching your response and knowing, wow, I've been through something in my life. I never knew how this was going to benefit anybody else, but to take this and reverse it and not allow it to tear you down, and to use it to help other people, to let them know that, hey, I've been through some of the same things you've been through, but look, I've recovered too. It's a healing process every day, especially those of us that have to counterparent with the narcissist. Every day is a different day. Every day is a different day, and every day is a new challenge, because the narcissist is like the Terminator. They just keep coming. They keep every day. And, a lot of people think that, I will never forgive. I can never forgive. I'll never, ever, ever forgive. You know what? But not forgiving an individual is holding yourself hostage. And sad to say, if you're a counterparent or co-parent with a narcissist, every day is another day you have to learn to forgive that individual. Because if you walk around bitter and angry and hurt, you are really going to be miserable. It's like drinking poison and waiting for that individual to die. A narcissist is a narcissist, and that's exactly what they do all the time. They're not going to change. Their strategy. You know how they are. It's like a little 2-year-old, the 2-year-old, stop it, quit, stop, sit down, quit it, stop touching it, come here, stop, quit doing that, stop doing that, don't touch that, stop, no, stop, quit doing that. So think about it. You're dealing with a narcissist. An adult narcissist is the same way. Stop, quit it, that's not nice, quit it, stop doing that hurts, stop, quit doing that, stop. And then, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, and it becomes annoying. But holding on to unforgiveness is just drinking poison and waiting for that person to die. You become bitter, you become sick, your body can't heal, you can't recover. And forgiveness is not about the other individual. Forgiveness is not saying that, I forgive you as if it never happened and we can be friends again. No, forgiveness means that you can't even apologize for yourself. I'm gonna forgive you, but I don't ever want to have anything else to do with you ever again. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see you. Don't say anything to me. I forgive you. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna release you, because that's it. I'm done with this. I don't have to talk to you. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be involved with you. Nothing. So that you can move on with life. Not so that's them. They're going to be miserable. A narcissist is always going to be miserable. All their life, they're always going to be miserable. The thing that's so unique about yourself is that you can recover and move on in life. You can love again. You see what I mean? Yeah, they're grown babies. Yeah. Yeah. Forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is for you. Hey there, Alethea. But forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is for you. Oh, yeah. Uniquely made. Uniquely made. Oh, yeah. They're going to torment you. If you hurt them, they're going to torment you. Absolutely. Forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is for you. And every day is another day you have to learn to forgive them, because every day that narcissist is going to find another way to antagonize you. And the thing that they hate the most, hey, Asia, but the thing that they hate the most is that you're able to live and survive. And you, 6 minutes? Okay. But you're able to live and survive. They hate to see you smile. They hate to see you have a good day. They hate to see you move on. They hate to see you grow. They hate to see you meet new people. They hate to see life continue for you, because they're miserable people. So yes, forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is for you. You cannot forgive the narcissist unless I sincerely feel the forgiveness. Until then, no contact. No, I cannot forgive the narc, and that's okay for me. And that's okay, Carolyn. And you're going to constantly think about them. You're going to constantly think about what they've done. It's going to keep turning over in your head over and over and over again. And it's not going to help you with your healing process. And that's why a lot of people struggle all the time, because they haven't just let them go. They're not worth your time. They were not worth your time. They were a moment. It's like wartime, like being in the military. You done went to war and experienced some stuff and seen some stuff, but that doesn't not make you not a soldier. That doesn't mean that you can't come back and grow, because somebody's waiting for you to recover so you can teach them how to recover. And until you learn how to recover, you can't help anybody else recover. They hold you hostage. That's right. That's right. That's right. They were a fraud and they were a scam. Exactly. Forgiving is accepting who they are. Exactly. New Dawn Rises, you said it. Forgiving is accepting who they are. They are narcissists. They'll never change. They have abnormal psychology. They have an abnormal personality dysfunction. That's who they are. That's who they are. And they're not going to change. So Blue ASMR, eating document everything. Pictures, log everywhere, interaction. Let's see. Okay. They make you lose hope. You even stop praying. That's what happens sometimes. That's how bad it can get. Tatiana. This is really hard. Oh, absolutely. It is hard. Korea. I found out I was pregnant after he disappeared. And that's hard too. Absolutely. I feel so isolated. My son is damaged by this also. He is 10. My father is a narc and ending a 9-year relationship with a narc. Whole family is toxic. I literally have no one. So that means you start all over again. You start all over again. Yep. The narc goes to church every Sunday. Yep, you'll find him in church. Absolutely. It's hard with PTSD. It is. How do you forgive the ex-husband who is a narcissist and alienating my children from me? So the ex-husband has your children, Kendra? So your ex-husband has your children. 3 minutes? Okay. Ms. Kendra, what I suggest, so the ex-narc is alienating your children from you. There are videos about alienation, parental alienation. You may want to talk to a reconciliation counselor, starting over again. Absolutely. See, but talk to a reconciliation counselor. Okay. Yeah, talk to a reconciliation counselor, talk to the lawyer, let them know. Remember, don't call them narcissists. Don't go to a lawyer, don't go to the judge, call them a narcissist. You're not the professional now, unless you are, even if you are a mental health professional. I don't call people narcissists. Don't do that. Focus on domestic violence. That's what you call it. You call it domestic violence. The abuse and psychological abuse. Don't use the term narcissist. Hey, Kimmy, do not use the word, he made you start praying. Hey, make you a powerful prayer warrior. But don't go into court calling people narcissists. Focus on the domestic violence, the psychological abuse, the physical abuse. Yes, they're alienating the children from you. 2 minutes, okay. But don't use that term narcissist in court or with a lawyer. Domestic violence, that's what you're focused on, domestic violence, okay? Luba, you speak about people with MPD given the silent treatment. Can you talk about what they're likely to do if you give them the silent treatment when you do it for your own peace of mind? They're going to antagonize you. They're going to harass you. They're going to antagonize you. They'll find a way to force you to try to talk to them. It's all about power and control. As long as they have the power to do the silent treatment, to antagonize you, to hurt you, to make you cry, as long as they have control, they're good. Once you take the control away and you do the silent treatment, be prepared that they're going to fight you any way they possibly can. And it's silly stuff that they fight with. I mean, stupid stuff. You know, I had one narcissist, the wife gave him the silent treatment. She was tired of arguing with him. So she just stopped talking. Do you know that this guy called the police on her? And the police came in her bedroom where she was sitting and asked if everything was okay. And she was shocked. She was like, yeah. And so he says, what's going on? And she says, my husband wants to argue. And I just stopped talking. I just won't talk. And so when he walked outside, matter of fact, this was military days. When the police officer walked back outside, he began to use that, what's that called? The woe is me routine. You know, I'm a veteran and I deployed and, you know, I've got PTSD and it was just really crazy. But she said he called the police on her because she stopped talking. She stopped arguing with him. And so he called the police on him. I was like, wow, they'll do anything. They will do anything. They're actors. Okay, I'm going to mess your name up. I don't want to mess it up. I am so alone. My son, 21, is affected by this. 23 years with a narcissist. I'm so sorry. Mary Drummond, doctor, Mary Drummond sent you a message. I will help you out. Okay, thank you. I'm going to respond. I'm going to go look when I come off camera, okay? They're really, yes, they are really bad. Time boss? Okay. Well, y'all, I'm going to keep my time. I'm going to get off. Hey, David, how are you doing, sir? But my time is up. I did my 45 minutes with you guys. You have a sister-in-law that's a covert narcissist and now a Christian covert narc. Hey, whatever they can do to cause people to focus on them, you are so welcome. How do you not hurt over all this? You have the right to hurt. No one told you can't hurt over this. You have the right to hurt. And it's only good that you experience. I'm not saying it's good that you experience the pain. Experiencing the pain is not good. What I'm saying is it is important that you do go through your grief process. You never let anybody tell you how long you can grieve. Don't let people like, oh my gosh, why don't you just get over it? Because most people do not understand this type of abuse. So don't let people tell you, oh my gosh, won't you just get over it? Or won't you just let it go, forgive and forget? Well, you can forgive, but you'll never forget. Because if you forget, you're likely to make the same mistake again. So you don't want to forget. That's called amnesia. You don't want to have amnesia, okay? So you remember this. It's okay for you to hurt. You have the right. Elizabeth, your heart is going to be broken. Absolutely. Absolutely. My heart was broken too. It absolutely was. But I took that anger and that rage and I flipped it around. I started going through a healing process and my focus was, how can I help other people so that they don't feel like they're all alone? And look at all you guys that showed up. Yeah. Yep. So, hey, you guys, I am about to go. They help you. Thank you so much. Good night to you too, Miss Mary. Namaste. What a beautiful name. If I can figure out how to pronounce it, I sure will. It's Sona Moni. Sona Moni. Sona Moni. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Susan. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, it does cause some brain damage. It does. This abuse does cause. I do have a video on there about brain damage after abuse. I'm going to do another video. I'll probably go back. You are so welcome, Dawn, for the hug. Hug you back. Hug you guys back. Well, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get off for tonight. Sorry I couldn't come. Well, I apologize. I was told by one of my subscribers not to say sorry. So I apologize. I was not able to come on for a few days. I did on Thanksgiving. I did some recordings, some clips. I just have to edit all the clips together. I'm able to email to get help people. Elizabeth, you said, can you email to get some help? I can send, if you are looking for coaching or something, I will send you my information about coaching. I sure will. You sure will. Thank you so much. Is it Sharna? Thank you so much. So thank you, Just Be Real. But I did do some clips on Thanksgiving. I just have to go through the clips and I have to edit the clips and put them together. Of course, I'm going to do some more videos. Don't worry about it. Make sure you guys check me out on podcasts. So those of you that have Podbean, I'm on Podbean. So that's the one I record on is Podbean. And then Podbean distributes it out to iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes. And there's some other ones. I didn't know I was out there. Don't look for Dr. Carmen Bryant. Look for Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. When you look for Overcoming Narcissist Abuse, my picture that you see on my YouTube channel is the picture, and the one that you see on my my Facebook channel has my picture on it. And so just look for Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. You'll find me on podcast. So I have 8 podcasts on there already. And so I tried it. So the nice thing about that is I don't have to get dressed up to get in front of the camera. If I can just figure, how do you record a video for YouTube without having to, because I know you throwing all the clocks at me. But how do you do a video? Somebody inbox me, tell me, how do you do a video without having to be on camera, like just the voice itself? Because sometimes I'm not able to get on camera, but if I could, I can do the video just with my voice, and I can do more videos like that sometimes. Because sometimes I'm not in the, especially when I'm working and stuff, sometimes I'm not camera ready to get on there for you guys. But if I can figure out, get out of my brain. I do have another book coming. My goal in 2020 is to release another book. Also, I'm so, just to let you guys know, I'm trying to close out 2019 because I want to expand my offices, because I want to start hiring other clinician and coaches to work for me, so you guys can, work with other therapists, so I'm trying to expand my business. Well, I'm going to expand my business and then hire more counselors. And then also my next book, and also for 2020, I want to start classes. So for those of you that really can't afford coaching right now, those of you that really can't afford the BetterHelp, make sure you check out my sponsor link, which is betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen. And for those of you that are looking for counselors, thank you so much, Miss Kimmy, and yours too. Make sure you guys check out Miss Kimmy Bivens. She has is it 2 or 3 books out? Let me find your book. Your book is over here somewhere. Hold on. Let me look and see where your book is at. Where did I put your book at, Miss Kimmy? I'm going to make sure I grab your book next time. I still need to call you. I'm going to call you, Kimmy. Please forgive me. I have not been able to call. But make sure you guys check out Miss Kimmy Bivens. She has some books. She has 3 books. 3 books out. I have 2 of the books over here. I got to grab them. I put them in my bookshelf. But she's an awesome lady. She is my high school buddy, and she's also a fellow comrade. She's got 3 books out, so you guys check out Miss Kimmy Bivens. And next time I'm gonna bring her book on camera so you guys can see her books. You guys also know that my big sister, Pastor Kathy Gibson, she also has a book called Destiny Man out for us to read. I have a book which is Unmasking the Illusion of Perfection. Let me see if I can grab the book. This one is my book, Unmasking the Illusion of Perfection. You guys make sure you go purchase that. Barnes & Noble's, Barnes & Noble's had a glitch in their system, but they fixed the picture. So it's Unmasking the Illusion of Perfection. Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Also, for those that are out of the country, you can go to Westbow Press and purchase the book, and they will send it out of the country. And make sure you're going to buy the book. Thank you. And then who was that? That was Miss, let me find her. Was that Miss Mary? No, that was Miss, who was that? Let me find your name on here. Make sure you email me. Let me find her. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Miss Shalonda. So Miss Shalonda, you make sure, if you come to Bellevue, if you come out there to Bellevue, make sure you email me. Let me know, and I'm going to make sure I bring you a book, okay? I'm going to make sure I bring you a book. You know what? The audio book, they told me the price on how much it is to do an audio book. And you just be real. You know what? Go stand in the corner. You on timeout. Thank you, Miss Trisha. You on timeout. Just be real. Yeah, me and her went to high school together. So we've been knowing each other for, man, hold on, over 30 some odd years. We've been knowing each other for a long time. We were in pageants together, and she's beautiful. You guys go check out her Facebook page. Her name is Kimmy Y. Bivens. And go check out her Facebook. I don't know if you have a public Facebook page, but you guys check her out. She has books out. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful, and she's about this tall. She make me look like an Amazon. She's like this tall. Somebody I noticed is doing YouTube narc videos using that masked man picture now. A little sneaky. Send me the link. Let me see. They're using this one right here. Well, this right here you can purchase. You can purchase this picture. So this is a copyrighted picture, but you can purchase this picture. You can purchase that picture. So hey, you guys have a good evening. I'm getting ready to go to bed, you guys, because you know I got to twist this back up. You know we got to fix this up. And I gotta take my glasses off so I can rest my eyeballs. So you guys, you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Give me an opportunity. Tomorrow's my off day, so I can put those little clips together from my Thanksgiving. Put it together and I'll post it for you guys. Let me just check it out and edit it and everything, okay? And so I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Miss Arlene. There goes my sweetie pie. There goes my little Canadian angel. But thank you guys so much. I'm going to check my inbox in just a second. Thank you, Miss Nina. I appreciate you. You guys have a great evening, okay? And I'll be back. Go check out my podcast, Podbean, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and look for Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Good night, Just Be Real. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys, okay? So I'm ready to go to sleep. You guys go to sleep. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening and have a wonderful beginning of your week. Thank you so much, Miss Jules. And good night, you guys, okay? Good night, everybody.